Good morning from Polestar showroom at Mall of the Emirates of Futtaim Electric Mobility Company. Very pleased to welcome Mr. Hassan Nurjas, the Managing Director of the company. Thank you very much for being with us.
Thank you very much.
We saw the BYD launch. We are at the Polestar. The EV sector is buzzing in UAE, and naturally Futtaim is pushing with a complete integrated electric mobility company. What can you tell us about your strategy?
Yeah. So basically, we believe truly in the transformation of the mobility in the UAE and the wider GCC region. We know that the journey is not that easy. So therefore, we decided to set up a completely separated company that is completely focusing on the electric mobility mix, electric mobility solutions, electric mobility services throughout the different brands and the services that we will incorporate in this business.
Okay, we are here at Polestar. Also, we were at the BYD launch. What special about those two brands?
So our strategy is actually covering the entire segment. This is our vision, because we believe for the full transformation of the markets, the customers moving from internal combustion engine to electric vehicle, you need to democratize, and you need to make sure that you are addressing and catering all the different customer needs, different segments. So Polestar is our premium brand. It is a Swedish brand that has the high-end products that we launched in UAE last year, and BYD is our mainstream brand, which is actually covering the entire mainstream area with more affordable pricing and so forth. And another thing is that what we launch in our event is our charging business, Charge to Move, with Siemens, the partnership that we are having Siemens, and also providing charging solutions to every customer who buys the cars from us, but also for the customers who buys the competitor cars, it will be open to be served by us.
After sales service for new brands, might be a bit skeptical. Customers might be skeptical a bit, especially new brands, Chinese brands. What are you covering in this regard?
Yeah, so for after sales, it's a very different story compared to the internal combustion engine. The electric cars has significantly lesser moving parts. It doesn't have an internal combustion engine, which requires a lot of different maintenance, but this requires a different type of care. So what we are envisaging for this business is that having a very specialized after-sales hub for BYD, and as well as Polestar in the future, is purely focusing on the requirements that is around the battery and the servicing, and then all the over-the-air updates that the customer can do by themselves, but as well as we can provide. So we will create this EV after-sales hub that we are talking about with a very specialized technicians. So one example, for instance, that I can give is that what we are investing right now is a completely different accreditation program that's called IMI, and only 5% of the technicians in the world that has the highest EV certificates, and we are planning to bring it to UAE market, that all of our technicians will be IMI, the highest available accreditation to service the car, to repair the car. So this is a very specialized business, but we are very aware of it, and then we are fully prepared for that.
The lifespan of batteries might be a bit of a challenge or a big question among customers. What can you say in this regard, and recycling batteries thereafter?
Yeah, so it is definitely one of the key important point for the customers. Like the warranty of the batteries has been very important discussion for us with our manufacturer partners. So our cars has 8-year warranty in their batteries, as well as if you think about the recycling of the batteries, is that if a lifespan of the 15 to 20 years, obviously the time will come that this batteries needs to be recycled. Currently, we are talking with our principals about the best way of doing that. We are not there yet, of course, because it will take another 15 to 20 years. But just to give an example, like the BYD company has a complete separate businesses called the battery storage, so which they can actually recycle the battery and use it in their other part of the businesses, that they have the full circular economy, as we call it, that they can bring it to the customers, and we will be part of this value chain.
Charging also, lots of varieties, but reliability is a question. You mentioned that you are working with Siemens and for very smart recharging stations. What about solar charging stations?
Yeah. So that was a very interesting stuff. So one of the reasons why we are actually decided to also set up a business, that because we know that this technology is, and this innovations is changing constantly. So we started with Siemens because we believe that they bring the highest quality and the highest warranty services to the customer. So it is a 5 years warranty, and even if there is anything with the customer charger, it's immediately replaced. So we are starting with this. But the solar charging and that kind of technologies is very interesting. And what we will do in the charge to move business that we have, we will also introduce this different type of chargers for a portfolio. As we are introducing a portfolio of the cars for a different segments, we are also going to look at this. But the solar charging is definitely a very interesting space to explore.
We are here in Dubai at Mall of the Emirates. What about other parts of the region? We saw lots of interconnectivity whereby other dealers from other countries entering the UAE market. Yeah. What about Al Futtaim entering other markets as well beyond UAE?
Yes. So obviously one of the reasons why we set up this company is actually to be also a leader not only in UAE but also regionally. Yeah. So as you may imagine, with our existing brands, as well as any other new brands, we are in discussions to actually take on board the other GCC region markets. What we will do is that we will definitely work and pitch ourselves for these businesses. And by creating UAE as almost a starting point and a benchmark, if you like, a playbook for a success that we can lift and shift to other countries as well, because UAE is definitely a leading regional player within the GCC region. What we will not do, though, we will never go into the gray import and export markets. Yeah. We will definitely do a confirmed and approved business with the manufacturers.
There is a very high demand for electric light commercial vehicles. Al Futtaim is active in this regard. However, we haven't seen really solid steps in this regard to introduce. What can you tell us about this?
So light commercial vehicles, especially the van business, if you think about post-COVID exploding last mile businesses, it makes incredible sense for the fleet companies, operator, and the digital businesses that we actually every day use now and enjoy it. So you can imagine after introducing the cars, light commercial vehicles is, especially the van, is a very logical next step for us, that we are in conversation with our incumbent OEMs as well as the new OEMs. We are hoping actually to introduce a solution this year for a brand that we are talking about it, which will be also a big part of the last mile delivery and the digital businesses that is moving. Another growth area that we are looking at, the electric two-wheeler businesses. So we are currently again within this company portfolio, we are looking into investing and as well as launching electric two-wheeler businesses that will again cover the different type of customer needs, different type of price and the affordability. But this is for us the entire mobility, and hence we call this company very carefully electric mobility company. It's not a vehicle, it's not a commercial vehicle, it's not a passenger cars, it's not only motorbikes, it's everything, because we believe that true leader needs to cater for every customer needs.
A very rich interview. Thank you very much, Hassan.
Thank you.